是随便哪一家店，因为那么多东西不是随便介绍标准或者不行嘛，每家店都通用好不好？
In the comics, the relationship between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was one that lasted from their time together in a military unit, and after they came back from their wars, Snake Eyes had been damaged, and that's why he wears the mask and doesn't talk. And Storm Shadow, Tommy Arashikage, invited him to come to his father's and uncle's dojo to train and basically heal himself. And they became very tight brothers, and Snake Eyes embraced the whole concept of training. And one of the things that went wrong was that made Tommy a little jealous.
They were once like brothers, and now they're on opposite sides. What is the reason for that? There's a secret backstory. Those are things that play out, and that's what makes these things interesting. Is that it's not conflicts between these like two faceless opposing forces, and it makes the story that much richer. Hello, brother.
Well, Snake Eyes, he's a ninja commando. He's trained at the Ratakaji gym, and Storm Shadow is his sword brother. In the movies, they've known each other since they were young boys and raised together in the dojo and trained by the hard master and the other masters there.
In many different ways, they've been rivals. Maybe it starts from the jealousy. And one day, the hard master died, and someone framed Storm Shadow as a murderer. And all the friends in dojo, even Snake Eyes, believed Storm Shadow murdered hard master. That's why they became enemies.
Snake Eyes has a hatred for Storm Shadow because of what Snake Eyes believes he did to the hard master. And plus it ruined a relationship between two brothers. And then when he was accused of killing the hard master, not only did he affect the dojo and the clan, but also affected his family member as well, which is Jinx.
Well, the important thing about Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, in my mind, is that they are yin and yang. They're complete opposites of each other, but at the same time they come from the same elements. One cannot exist without the other, and they're both extremely pure in their own ways. They are classic warriors. They are both highest of generals. They both respect the fight of the other, and yet hate each other. And there's some serious issues between them.
But my path was chosen for me by my enemy.
把合理的价格去掉后面的可以拿出来。
And my friends believed it.
What is great about Brotherhood is that it's not corny ever, because it's about camaraderie. It's about things that are not necessarily soft, and yet they're deeply emotional. So we go into some pretty deeply emotional territory as a result of being able to explore what's it like to lose people, what's it like to be betrayed. Very strong emotional things.
Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are mortal enemies from childhood. They have a grudge that just goes back as far as can be, and they carry it straight through into adulthood. And we wanted to imply that they're always at each other's throats and always have been. Even stuff we haven't seen in the first movie or read in the comics, we just wanted to imply this long history of constantly butting heads, so that you get the idea that Snake really is obsessed with Storm, and vice versa.
When our master was killed, you took a vow of silence. Now you will die without a word.
And then turn that, so take it to a place where suddenly, for the first time, they're fighting on the same side.
It starts off as, of course, being an enemy story. But what we also find out is that, in many ways, blood is thicker than water. The Arashikage is a deep tradition, and the ninja story is something audiences love. So we really play with that, ultimately having them not only fight each other, but then work together to fight others. And I think that that's what makes the story really interesting.
It's a moment that you don't expect in a G.I.JOE movie, is two mortal enemies fighting, back to back, side by side, for a common goal. And I don't think it'll last long. I anticipate in movie 3 they'll be back at each other, but it was fun to have them fighting on the same side.
He's with us.
I am not with you. But for this once, I am not against you.
Both of them come in with amazing skills, that's their background. But they still showed up in all the pre-production and worked on the fights. Obviously, Ray and Bianca both
already having established characters, have strong ideas of what they want their characters to do, which is fantastic, you know, and then we'll take that and maybe elaborate or change a little thing here or there to interact with another character's fighting style. So everybody worked so hard to make their sequences look great.
We felt that there was an original story still to be told between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, to really get into that origin story and back into the why do they dislike each other so much. And the Arashikage story is always a favorite, not only among fans, but now among the first moviegoers. That was really seen as one of the key stories.
So it was really important for me in this movie to understand that their personal relationship comes from a place of respect, but at the same time an understanding that they can never really be friends. They can never go back to their past as kids. Too much has happened. There's too much cloudiness in Storm Shadow's head, too much sort of purity in Snake Eyes' head. And it's fun, especially from the character like Snake Eyes who doesn't talk. You get that much feel from that. And from Byung-hun, I mean, this movie gets a great opportunity to show his acting skills, and he's solid.